Hello, Kansas City and Overland Park. My name is Jenny Delich with KC Home Living, brokered by eXp Realty. I've been in the business for over 14 years, have sold over 200 homes myself. Needless to say, I'm driven, ethical, and very hardworking. And your home actually deserves more than average marketing. I help Kansas City and Overland Park and around the surrounding areas stand out with elevated marketing such as SEO tagging, virtual staging. We do the 3D Matterport, Twilight photos, professional photography, strategic pricing, and all else modern marketing that's actually going to get you way more attention than the average listing. The proof is actually in the pudding, and this is what has allowed me to maintain well above average list to sales price ratios, which is what you sell it for based on what you list it for. Also, much lower average days on market. I was born and raised in the Kansas City area. I have lived in various parts of the metro, which gives me a very extensive understanding of the market, made me very, very adaptable moving every year growing up. So I've got to see a vast differences of the different pockets in the metro and how they matter in pricing and average sales time, etc. Kansas City is a very hyper local market, so I have taken a lot of education beyond what is typically done for statistic classes in college and in high school and in real estate education, which has allowed me to not just understand the market from a sales perspective, but also from a numbers perspective, knowing every little statistical detail that I need to know as far as non-skewed square footage costs, the differences between above grade and below grade square footage costs, the average days on market in any single region that I want, also knowing how many average showings are happening on every single listing within a certain zip code or price point, or even also down to knowing how many showings on average are happening on each listing in any micro market that I want to look at. I can hyper local target into certain zip codes or bedroom count or size of home, etc. You can read my reviews, kchomeliving.com. You can go to Facebook and Google. They're also on Zillow and Realtor and Yelp. Most of them are on Google and Facebook though. You'll see Brian on the photos. Brian and I have been doing work, life, family. We have 2 daughters together for 17 years now. We love the city so much. We were raised in the city. We love to go on nature trails, mountain bike rides, parks, lakes, lots of nature, adventurous, fun stuff that we like to do. We also like to see all the new businesses that pop up all over the city. So we can share with you a lot of lifestyle tips if you're relocating here or if you're moving to a different part of the city and you're wondering where you should move. We have a very good understanding of the various markets around the Kansas City area. I am a very hard worker. I got my first job when I turned 14 on my birthday. I had 2 jobs in high school. I waited tables at various restaurants. And then right out of high school, I started working at Citibank as collections when I was 18. And then I got promoted to an account manager on my 1-year anniversary. I think I was like one of the youngest in the sites. Did that for a while, had great success. I moved to sales and then I was top 3 on my very first month. But then I have a love for architecture, for real estate. I grew up around a lot of historic homes. So I actually somewhat specialize in historic homes, century homes, not just historic homes, but just homes that have character and history, and they were built really, really well before the war. And I can help you identify issues on homes of every single decade around the Kansas City area because I have studied the history of the city and how it has grown and what pockets of the neighborhood have grown at different parts of the decades or the century that has allowed for different types of floor plans to exist. So based on what you're looking for, I can help you find that. If you want acreage, if you want city living, if you want to live in a condo. There's so many things that I have experience in. I've actually lived in a condo myself. I have a lot of experience selling condos as well. So needless to say, I am very hardworking and I will bring that mentality to your listing or to your home buying journey. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My information is below and I look forward to serving you soon. Have a good day. Bye.